4. Hello, hello, everyone.
Hello,
We're here
hello.
with the we're here with the second part of today's showcase. I know we have curious peanut here. It's gonna show us Bloodborne Blood Level 4. All bosses run.
Yeehaw.
Hello, peanut.
Hi, how are you? Hope you
Very
all are
fine.
having fun watching the DS2 bingo race. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know exactly what was going on, but it was a tight ending. So it was really cool. So yeah. Welcome everybody. We're gonna do Blood Level 4 run, which if you guys are more into the Souls, it's just the same thing as SL1. It's just Miyazaki can't count back down to 1, I guess. He's ascended. So anyway, so we'll just get going. Uh, Pretty much big differences in this run is I don't level my character. That's about it. So less damage, and
Is
I
that
die
is that the
faster.
is that the major thing? Because how is your health different from like a normal all bosses run, or is just
Well, you
hard?
actually have the same amount of vit, which is 10 vit, but the thing is um, during when you do all in Bloodborne, when you level your character, you actually increase your player defense. So by leveling your character, you actually passively increase your defense. But since I'm not leveling, I don't do that, and so I'm pretty much base defense the entire way. And but you'd be surprised at how much you can actually tank at that level of defense if you don't take a counter hit. Which, if any of you guys have played Bloodborne, we always like to joke that Bloodborne counter damage is like plus 300% because it's just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, so pretty much the beginning of the route's the same as the all bosses route. We pretty much do the same thing. We have the same strats. We're pretty much the same stats, excuse me. Stats, strats, all of that. So this is also, I'm going to do the no clip category, which if you guys have been following Bloodborne in about last year or so, there's been a thing where you use that wolf I just ran by to clip through into the woods early. I don't do that because you don't want to watch me reset to that guy because he's not very nice. So grabbing my weapons, I actually did a little cool deal there. If you're real fast and spam the button, you can actually get 2 weapons for the price of 1. I'm not doing that more for a backup because the skip that we would use that cane for, I've failed it a bunch lately, and frankly, don't want to be there all day. So we grab the saw cleaver and the pistol. Same stuff as normal route. Saw cleaver's best weapon in the game, unfortunately. It's not unfortunately. It's good for us in the speed run since we get it right off the bat, but you know, it's always just pretty much the best option. Um, so grab some cocktails there. We'll use those for gas coin. And first skip's coming up, sewer skip, the infamous. There's you can do non-quit out version and a quit out version. I'm gonna do the no quit, or excuse me, the quit out version because I'm going to because getting the plunge is frankly hard. And if you mess it up, it's not a good deal. So yeah, you're allowed to quit out in this in these categories, which we technically call it partial quit out, which means you're not allowed to quit out on doors or any animation with an X press. So like levers, doors, stuff like that. I failed it. All right,
One thing,
we got the plunge. There we go.
one thing I
And
find
I got cool.
funny for people is like a lot of people don't understand why there's no quit outs on Bloodborne because like
Mm-hmm.
all the other games do the thing. This comes back from like the beginning of the game when the game launched. The loading screens were so long. Well, they're still pretty long.
They were like a minute long, and it just said Bloodborne.
TM
TM.
trademark. Never forget that. Basically, it's just a quality of life thing. If you quit out at every point that you could
Like
normally quit out on a Souls game, you will be like having like 20 minutes longer runs on
I mean,
every attempt.
just think it right at the beginning. I did a door through the clinic, and another door to get out of the clinic, then the gate. Like, look at how many quit outs that would have been, right? So, yeah, it's just kind of a quality of life thing, and it's a good middle ground, in my opinion. You can do it to save IGT, but a lot of times you actually just slower to do a quit out. Alright, this is Gascoigne. He's not being nice. American Gascoigne. So we're going to utilize Molotovs and backstabs primarily, just like the normal route. Okay, that's good. Get a double damage Molly. And that's him. So, let me see. What else? Simple stuff I can explain. I haven't really gotten to... That's pretty much one of the few bosses that I will not use Beast Blood pellets on, and pretty much Beast Blood pellets, I'll be grabbing them coming up shortly, but pretty much what they do is they give you a damage increase, which when you eat them, they give you a 20% attack increase, but then you get a meter, and as you attack, you gradually can get it up to 70% increased damage. But you also take more damage when you do that, but that's also a little bit overstated in my opinion, because, well, one, in this route you die anyway, and two, it's more so, I think counter damage is actually more dangerous than the extra pellet damage. So we went and just grabbed the Hunter set, which will be our final armor of the game. You get to see our cool blue hair, or excuse me, pink hair. Apparently I don't know my colors. So these are the infamous dogs. They're not very nice a lot of times. They will either block you in that door or block me in this door coming back up. We're gonna talk to our boy Alfred. This is French Alfred. Everybody always asks why I put it in French. It's mostly because I got tired of hearing Gascoigne say, "What's that smell?" Alright, I'm gonna quit out because I got bit. No point in resetting or dying here, so we're just gonna do a quick quit out. But that's the only fire paper we'll grab in the game. You can get a badge to buy more, but it's kind of out of the way, and it's really not worth it for us. So, just do that. Dogs are gone. Yay for partial quit outs. Alright, so that's a madman's knowledge I just picked up, which is, if you see underneath my echoes in the top right, there's like a secondary currency, which is insight. Use that to buy some upgrade mats and some other stuff later on. I'm gonna do a peach shield. So coming up, this is approaching Old Yarnum, which we're about to do Old Yarnum skip. We're really creative in Bloodborne with our skip naming. Old Yarnum skip. Sewer skip. It's a sewer. Like, we have no originality. I'm gonna be frank. But yeah, there's been a bazillion different versions, but I'm gonna do one of the newest versions. I might pull up my quit out menu just because if you die on this, it's not very cool. But nope, we good. Alright, so do that. Hop over here. Now we're on the roof. Boom, there we go. So yeah, we're about to go grab some Beast Blood pellets, which I explained earlier, are pretty much the lifeblood of this route. This is Beast Blood pellet, the showcase. And I'm not gonna heal just because I want to I'm trying to actually save my vials for later. And if everything goes right, we shouldn't have any issue. so I don't know if you heard that Windows sound. Sorry. So we got BSB coming up. Pretty scary boss. I'm gonna do the pungent cocktail strat, blood cocktail strat, where I throw them against the wall here. There's kind of a series of things here. Oh, that's scary. Alright, we're good. And we didn't grab the lamp up there, so we're actually going to warp all the way back to Cathedral Ward. Which is pretty nice. But it's also very scary, because that's like right at the beginning of the route, and you're pretty much going through there with no health, and if you die, it is a long run back. But we're through it now. So yeah. 2 bosses down. So now that unlocks this door to let us go up here. And we're gonna go visit the actual real dream now. With some cool little platforming. You didn't know the little dream, there's actually a real one down here. And we need to go down there for an item that will let us fight the final boss. So yeah, so far nothing really has changed as far as like between BL4 and the all bosses route. Pretty much this whole first like 12 minutes is pretty much the same. There's not really much differences. But once we get past Amelia and onto Parl, that's when the differences start to really start showing. I actually don't grab the doll set, which is a bunch, you can sell it for like 35,000 echoes. I actually don't need to even grab it, because literally in this route, echoes don't matter, which is kind of nice. It's kind of a... in the all bosses route, it is so tight on the echoes as far as leveling and stuff that if you die in certain places, like it's very detrimental to the run. And in this one, it's not so much, just because, like I said, you don't really need echoes as much. So that cord I just grabbed, I popped it, gives me 3 insight. We're gonna use that to do some upgrade mats. Alright, so that right there is a little skip, which is pretty neat little deal. Found by Dank Oyster, which is called Ladder Warp. So what it is, so pretty much what I just did was I just tricked the game into thinking I'm climbing the ladder when I actually canceled the animation, and now I'm running around up here. So this entire time, including this boss fight upcoming, the game thinks I'm on the ladder, which will come into play after I beat the boss. So this is Amelia. We're still base level, but you're gonna see just how good Beast Blood pellets are against this boss. This is a really good beginner lesson on limb breaks. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm just staggering her. So she can't fight me. Which is it's kind of good when, you know, everything will hurt you and kill you. Why let the boss play when you don't have to? So that's Amelia. There's a chance she can kind of meme you, but I was lucky and she didn't. Alright, so we do a quit out. So this is the second half of that the ladder warp. So pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to warp back in, and we're going to be back at that ladder, which is pretty cool. Saves like roughly 18 seconds, I think. Don't have to run down those stairs again. And unfortunately, though, that's really the only place in this route that the ladder warp is useful. it's a really neat trick, but there's really not a lot of applicable places in the route. The all trophies category is the best showcase of it because you use it a lot in the chalices. So, so now we're pretty much making our way to the woods. Run by our best friend, the brain sucker here. Went and just grabbed some twin shards. That's like the secondary upgrade mat. Help us get the +4. Our boy Alfred's hanging out. We're not going to talk to him though. We already did our transactions for today. We're gonna speak to this this wall, this dead dude behind the door, and then he's gonna give us a madman's knowledge. I popped the gem that I got from Amelia, which will give me a blood gem, which helped me against Parl since it's a beast up gem. So pretty much that whole portion right there, not a lot of differences. This is when stuff starts getting interesting. Ugh. Alright, so we go to the dream here. We're gonna just buy some vials, buy some my menuing is horrendous right now. Vials and some more Molotovs, which we'll use to get more upgrade mats later. Buy some shards to upgrade our weapon. And we slot the gems that we just picked up. Now, right here is where the differences start. Normally you kill the doll. Well, I don't have to, because like I said, we're not leveling up. Zoom. So, in the no-clip route, unfortunately, there's no such thing as a deathless run, because this guy coming up is the final boss. He is undefeated. No one has ever beat him. You'd think by now we'd learn to avoid him, but, you know, he's just there. And he wins every time. Haha, streamer died. So yeah, intended death. Probably didn't get any y'all with that. So, this is technically, if you're an old hat of Bloodborne, the early Parl route, which it's not really early Parl anymore because that's what everybody does. No one really does late Parl. I guess you do if you do unrestricted, but anyway. So, went and grabbed some more upgrade mats. We're going to pop a fire paper. Hopefully not get jumped on. So this is where boss strats start differing. Normally you can kind of just mow this guy down. I have to do actually a little bit different strat. This is kind of a newer strat. It's pretty neat. Again, using the limb soreness mechanic. I don't think I actually explained limb soreness. So, I talked about broken limbs earlier and how you stagger the boss. Well, actually, when you break limbs, you actually, there's a mechanic which we kind of call broken limb damage. You pretty much do, when you break, after you break a limb, you do 50% more damage to it, which that was a very good showcase of it. You used to actually like go all the way around him, and it was a lot slower, but now we kind of have optimized it to be a lot faster. So killing him lets us get bolt paper, which we just bought. Spent all the money he gave us for and bought 4. Those will come in handy later. Because, like I said, our damage is really bad in this route, so we pretty much use pot, paper, and pellet for everything. Yeah, you can't really tell the lower damage. Upcoming is shadows, which is really the big first one. You're like kind of like, oh, I see it. I see the damage difference. So, like I said, we're doing the no-clip route, and I'm also a big boomer, and I do not do the free shadows thing, which You can kind of do like a thing similar to Watcher's Skip in DS3, where you can freeze their AI. But I'm old hat, and I also think it goes against the whole ethos of the run. It's supposed to be a challenge slash speed run, and it's one of the best fights in the game. So, you guys get to watch me, hopefully defeat them, but we'll see. It's a good showcase. So we went and picked up some more pellets. Gonna be running through here. Nice little running portion. Just picking up upgrade mats. Not really doing much else in here. This is everybody's least favorite area. You always get lost. Honestly, if you told me to go off the speedrun path at this point, I would be very, very lost. I just always remember follow those lanterns. That was and go downhill. Alright, so here we go. Here's Shadows. First big real test. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm gonna try to play it smart. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, one of my favorite fights because you have to juggle 3 AIs. Alright, cool. Okay, that's very good. Ooh. Alright, that's Shadows. Easy. So yeah, they don't die as fast. Alright, so we're gonna grab this lamp. This guy's gonna be actually do really cool thing, and let me show this off. If you time it just right and he's lucky, you can just iframe that guy and not even have to quit out, which is cool. Going back, we're gonna upgrade our weapon. Because at this point, this is where the damage starts really dropping off. So I need to compensate. So we're gonna go +6 and go back. Fight never looks sketchy. Never. But I think that was actually a pretty good show of. I always try not to do any rolls or anything in that fight because so I don't take counter damage, and I actually had to tank 2 hits during that fight. And you saw like you pretty much can be aggressive as long as you're paying attention to that. Like you can tank hits. So this is a Lunarium key skip. Oh, got YOLO, very nice. Pretty much use that bug to jump over. Don't have to go grab the key. And now ROM. So we kill the spiders because we have to pretty much. We wanted. Oh, very cool. Because YOLO ROM and BL4 just doesn't even sound fun. So the cool thing about BL4 is you can actually... Ooh, I'm far away. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, we survived. I wasn't worried. So yeah, that is actually... So the cool thing I like about BL4 in that fight is you can actually do 4 hits at the beginning and get 1048 damage, which is... Rom will actually teleport at 1060 damage, so you're literally like 12 damage off the threshold, which I always think is really cool because you're just like, you're literally fitting almost as much damage as you can in that window. So we're gonna go make a quick detour down here. We're gonna go grab a key and grab some extra paper. Ooh, the insta pickup, very nice. That's hard to do. So I'm gonna just use a normal mark because I really, like I said, echoes aren't important right now. We're just really trying to get upgrade mats. The upper cathedral ward key. Nope out. That guy wanted me. Wanted a piece of it. And then next is Yargul skip, which, as you can assume, skips Yargul, or parts of Yargul. Yarhargul. Very tricky skip. I'm too far away. Alright, well, I gotta show off the backup. So, this was found very long ago, and a lot of people hated it, because I talked about early Pearl Route earlier. Early Pearl Route was actually a way so you only had to do this skip once. Because back in the day you had to do it twice and people hated it. Alright, well, actually we're through, so we'll just do this. Bow, and not fall. Bow, and fall. I was going to show you the backup, but I was actually through the fence, so... We're gonna bait that guy to the left so I don't have to mess with him coming down here and messing with me. Grab some paper and some chunks, and we're off to the races. So, next up is Reborn. We all know how Mimi Reborn can be. Hopefully everything goes alright. But your damage is kind of comparable, just a little bit less than all bosses at this point. We're gonna do a quick jog over here and grab this gem. And that'll increase our damage by another, like, and I can't remember if that's a 15 or an 18. But gems are very big for damage as well in this route, because I actually will make later on a literally complete side trip to put on a gem. Because they're that good. Alright, that went pretty smooth. Didn't have to mess with no fireballs or nothing. This is going a little too smoothly, honestly. So, there we go. That's Reborn. Just don't jinx it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say anything because the game will hear me. This game has ears, unfortunately. Don't say anything about, hey, this run's really good, because it will come back to haunt you. Too late now? Yeah, cat's out the bag. So, this is upper, or what is this, lecture hall? Yeah, we're not gonna, we'll come back here later. But we just kind of run through there right now. And then we got one leftover blood cocktail, so we're going to use it on this guy, so I don't have to do a quit out. I need to kill a lizard, which they're called Wandering Madness in this game. And they're ugly as heck. I like crystal lizards a lot more than these hairy dudes. Not gonna lie. Alright, so that's did us enough. We're gonna go and go +8 and slot that gem we picked up. Typically in the all bosses route, this would be where you get like 32 strength and 25 skill, I think. So to kind of give you a reference of where you would be level-wise. Oh, I'm still waking up. Ooh, all right. So we're +8 now, and off to Miko Lash we go. This is the introduction to Frenzy, which is a worse version of Bleed. Because as you can see, I'm just running through this area and taking passive health drain. Very cool. Thanks, Miyazaki. That comes more into play, or in a couple more spots later, but pretty much Frenzy bad. I'm not even gonna look if there's a guy behind me. So I'm just going. Alright, run by all these spiders. We got Edgar Acquire Intelligence up here. He's not very intelligent though, he'll miss you every time. There's a pellet over there I could grab for Peach, but I'm not going to because I don't think I'll need it. Pick up some blue elixirs, that'll come in handy later. You don't know what that is. It's kind of like Hidden Body, but not as good. But we'll use that later on. Run by the crow dogs, dog crows. This area is really weird. You got like dogs with crow heads and crows with dog bodies. Don't ask me. It's a lore thing. Alright, so here's Mikolash. Not a bunch of differences. Ooh, Swedish. Very nice. I'm gonna have to probably deal with 2 puppets though. This is not Monk S at all. Just gonna kill him real quick. Oh, I missed. This is going swimmingly. Alright, well, that was kind of a meme, but we got through that. Oh, we don't want to hear it, Miko. Alright, gotta make a quick detour down here. Get a chunk. Awesome.
Fais jadis pour l'inepte.
You're not supposed to take that hit, by the way. Oh well. Alright, chase him up here. Do a heal. Alright, so gonna do a plunge. We don't want him to go into that room because that's slow. So we'll keep him out here. And we can get the heck out. Don't have to wait on him in that room. I didn't really explain it, but that if you saw me at the beginning, I did like a 3 gunshots to get his attention, and then like did a thing at there where I plunged and only did a plunge and then 1 R1. So he only aggroes during those like segments after you do 3 instances of damage. So at the beginning, I'm actually shooting him 3 times to draw him out, so I don't have to chase him into the room. And then on the backside, I will hit him twice and then regen all my stamina. That way I can just, you know, I can regen my stamina, he's not going to attack me, which is actually pretty neat little strat. So yeah, that was Miko. We're going to do a quick aside here, go grab this gem, and then literally immediately go slot it because it's that good for Wet Nurse. Got the good RNG, very nice. So yeah, we literally go immediately slot this thing because if you've I've done it once or twice, it's not it is a noticeable damage difference. Like, you know this thing's good when I'm making a trip to literally just to go slot this gem. Like, it's got to be pretty good, right? And that makes it just like I can get this fight down in 1 pellet. If I didn't, I'd be probably a 2 pellet fight. And the crazy thing about Blood Level 4 is you actually, a pellet lasts 60 seconds, right? That's the duration of a blood. Almost every single fight, save for like Mikalash, but he's a 2-phase thing, and like Failures and like Orphan. Those are like the 3 bosses that you have to do 2 pellets on. Everything else dies in 60 seconds, even when it's BL4, which is kind of cool. It really shows you how powerful the Beast Blood pellets can be if used correctly. So we're gonna use that blue elixir because I don't want these pigs they hit very, very hard, and they can run faster than me. If I had their speed, I'd have a world record by now. We actually got them to go fight the Shadows, which is a strat in all bosses to get 44 strength, but I don't need the echoes in this route. Alright, I'm actually gonna trick into this fight, which I don't recommend. For this exact reason. Because that can happen. It's fast though when it works. I didn't mean to do that, L1. Ah, that was a bad. Cool. Well, memes. Very nice. I was a split second off that nightmare cancel. Oh well. That's unfortunate. Well, that means I'm gonna switch my route up a little bit. And yeah. That's that doesn't typically happen, so yeah. I kind of think about what I need to do now, because I gotta make some adjustments. I'm gonna have to go to the woods early now, so I can get some extra pellets. Hey, cool, the pigs gave me some more echoes. Very nice of them. Okay, well, hopefully we don't die again, or then we're really in trouble. No, are you kidding me? Nice meme, bro. Alright, that's what's supposed to happen. Alright. We're gonna grab our echoes just to have a little extra. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make a quick detour. Typically, at this point, I would be going to Amy, Amidala, but I'm going to have to make a quick little side tour because, like, I need a pellet for Amy, and I don't have it anymore because I'd use an extra. I should have grabbed that one by Miko. I said something about that, and I should have grabbed it, but oh well. So, anyway, that's the 80% portion. You can actually finish the game here. But, I'm gonna do a quick aside. Level up to +9, slot that last gem. So we're pretty much almost fully maxed out upgrade at this point. And now we're gonna go to the woods. I'm actually not gonna do cave skip because I need to go grab some extra pellets. But we're gonna do this portion now, so it's kind of a running portion. It's kind of boring, but that's okay. So yeah, we gotta run through all the way through here and grab another cord. That guy about slashed me in midair. And grab the Canehurst summon so we can go to Canehurst later on in the game. So there's some beast blood pellets there. That's only 3 though. Cave skips right here, but I'm not gonna do it. And it only saves like 12 seconds anyway. So if you're ever looking for extra pellets, you come over here, grab them through the wall, because why not? Grab some extra vials, because why not? Alright, so I went from 0 to 9 pellets. We're sitting good now. And then we're going to run down here. It's a little slower, but hey. Memes. Those pellets will actually be good later, especially if we get some more memeage going on in probable DLC. Because this route, it's very rare to honestly get through this route without a death. Because it's hard. It's a hard route. But it's rewarding. It's pretty fun to run. In my opinion. Because you have to learn more of the bosses' move sets. Like, when you're in the all bosses run, by the time you get to the DLC, you're just melting everything left and right. Nothing can even, attack you practically. But in this route, you actually, have to do some more involved strats. Which I think shows off a lot more of the game. Especially DLC. I recommend this for beginners. I mean, I would recommend a BL4 just a casual run to anyone. I think it's a good way to learn the game. You learn a lot. Because you're not necessarily going to be carried by, your stats or a weapon or whatever. It's more so just you as a player against the game. And I think almost anyone that's in Souls can agree that SL1's always a good run to do casually. And quite rewarding when you succeed. So yeah, we just did that portion a little bit out of sequence. We're gonna have to go back to Amy G now after this. Which everything should go according to plan. I think it should go out of the ordinary. It's really not a big deal. It just kind of sucks I died to Wet Nurse. On 1 HP nonetheless. But hey, we got the memes out of the way. Hopefully. So yeah, that's that segment. The mid game of this route, of really the all bosses routes in the no clip, they're a little bit snooze, only because you got to go. You go fight some bosses and kind of just tank. You're going to optional bosses that you're probably a little bit, you're at least weapon level. You're over upgraded. All right, so this is lecture hall skip, everybody's favorite. Robbed. Alright, second try, we'll take it. BL5 would have killed that nurse? I know, right? Would have been real funny if I just forgot picked military vet and this is an actual BL10 run. Better check it better verify it after the run. Alright, so here we are, Nightmare Frontier. We're going to do Nightmare Frontier skip. Again, very original named skip. So what you do is you kind of come up to this deal here. I'm going to kind of play it slow. And, oops, I just tried to split. I don't even have my splits up. So what this does is, this elevator shaft actually, if you look at it just like in an open area, the distance wouldn't kill you, but they put a kill plane here so you couldn't, do this skip. But there's a way to actually get around it. And what you do is you can sit down, or there's a little rock that's beneath there that if you touch with your player character, it gets you past that kill plane and lets you fall down and not die. Very pog. Don't have to run through the poison swamp. Alright, so here's Amy. This is actually a really cool strat. It's kind of new. Found by this Hex, who's a very good strat and skip finder. And the cool thing about this strat is it's actually technically a phase 3 kill, so I don't have to wait on the fog wall. Bingo. Easy. So, alright, I gotta think about this for a second. I need to go do... I already did Woods, so now I go do Cleric Beast. So, you guys probably know Cleric Beast can be the first boss in the game, but because we're speedy, we left him for later, and you'll see why. This part's always, I kind of think, cool, because you actually are running back through the beginning areas of the game, but you're kind of leveled up. And if you ever get, like, hit by this guy up here, this gunshot, this gun dude, it shows just how much less damage you do just by the hunter set, because that's literally the only defense change we've had. Weapon leveled up, not character level. You can level up in this route, just not your character. Let me clarify. I actually have extra beast blood pellets. If I really wanted to be memey, I could use one on Cleric Beast, but I won't, because I'll show you that we don't have to. How many hits does it take to get to the center of a Cleric Beast? 10. It's typically 9. I missed a hit. 12. Close. So yeah, that's just all that is difference between, like, if they went there first, is I have a fully upgraded weapon with gems. And I guess a paper. Nice sit down gesture. Alright, so now we are going to finish up one of the last segments of, like, the base game portion, which is Upper Cathedral. Gonna pop one of my 2 other chords. I popped 2 now. I got 1 more I gotta pop later. Like neon lights on cars, yeah. 12 minus 2, there you go. Alright, so typically you would go left here and do a quit out, but for marathon purposes, I'm just gonna run over here to the right. I don't really like doing that quit out. Flame decals make you go faster? Dang. Maybe I should put some on my hunter set. So we picked that key up earlier in Yargul. Now we can come up here. I'm actually... remind me to buy an extra... I need to buy an extra elixir. But, so, this is Upper Cathedral. It's kind of scary because you don't grab the lamp, so we can kind of just do this segment and warp right back to Cathedral Ward. But, hopefully it goes alright. This guy is very, very scary. He's killed me through this wall before. Alright, I hate that. This is the skip I'm concerned about. Very cool. Yep. I've been getting memed here just constantly. Gosh darn it. This guy's been extra memey on me. This is why I got the cane. So this is the orphanage key skip. Premise is you hit the guy through the wall and he comes and you kill him through the doorway, so you do not have to go all the way around. Problem is in BL4 you do really bad damage. So yeah, I haven't actually done the cane strat in a long time. Oh god. Alright, so when he does all this magic, it's really bad because now he's not going to come to the door. Oh, sorry. This is... It's random. Yes and no. I spoke about this hex earlier. This is a man who wrote 2 like novels about this thing, and it's really... There's ways to minimize the RNG, but it's definitely can be memey at times. See, like now he ran up to me. Oh, please. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. He's dead. I probably could have used another pellet since I had extra, but we got it dead, so. That's been a real big one for me lately. I can't just have not been able to get it consistently. Oh, hi. Okay, well that scared the heck out of me. Alright, so yeah, grab that. That allows us to buy some more beast blood pellets later on. Going to unequip that cane. I don't need that no more. Alright, so this segment's pretty scary. This little guy and these little guys, these jelly beans, they look harmless, but they actually hit like freight trains. Alright, fun fact, you can backstab this guy. Alright, that went pretty good. Alright, now we have Ebrietas. Can I backstab him without missing? He's a little dude. He's kind of hard to hit sometimes. But, alright, so this is Ebrietas. See, this is honestly my least favorite boss in the game. But there's a cooler, newer strat that allows us to kill her without her fighting back. And that was a boss. Backstab Ebby? I won't? Yeah, I won't. You're right. So yeah, there's that. And luckily all that went well, so we are going to go right back to Cathedral Ward. And now off to the DLC. We still have Witches and Ligarius for base game, but we'll get to them later. Alright, reminder to myself, I need to buy an elixir. This has actually been pretty good so far, save for that wet nurse death. It's been pretty solid. You can break her limbs? You can. You can break her head, you can break her tentacles. Oh, whoops. Alright, I have a bunch of souls. This is when I buy a bunch of stuff. Buy some vials, some of those. We're gonna buy some poison knives, which you'll see why later. We're gonna buy the blood rock. I'm gonna buy one of these and then dump the rest into pellets. We're gonna go plus 10. And DLC time. So yeah, we're entering DLC sub-hour. Pretty good. So this is DLC, which it's kind of the same as like Cathedral Ward in this section, but not really. Some lore reason. I'm not a lore expert by any means. But so we got to do this. Unfortunately, got to go up here out of our way and go grab this eye pendant so we can get to the research hall later. I'm still waiting on Cookie to find a skip so I don't have to do this. It'd be really nice, Cookie. Wink, wink. So yeah, we gotta go grab that and then run all the way back down. See, a ladder warp here would be really nice too, but there's no ladders around here. So Cookie's too busy with Okami. Feels man. Alright, I got memed here yesterday. Hopefully I don't get memed again. It's pretty much just running through all these areas. Gonna do a quit out here. That way I don't get beamed by the boom hammer guy. There's a way to do this without a quit out, but kind of scary sometimes, so I'd just go for the quit out. And it's slower, technically. Oh, that's not good. Alright, blue elixir, because this is where I got memed yesterday. These little guys can shoot poison things at you, and yeah, it's pretty much just death if it happens. Oh, there this guy goes. Yep. He's trying. Alright, luckily got through there. Pretty much the reason that the poison doesn't kill you per se, but it'll get you into a health range where this guy can kill you, and it's very scary. Game. That scared me very much. 360 no scope with a cannon. Alright, Ludwig. First DLC boss. First where you're gonna really see some differences. That's not good. Alright, we saved it. What? I just R1 behind his leg and somehow missed him. Alright. Well, that was Ludwig. Wasn't the cleanest fight, but we'll take it. Don't get hit by her. She hits hard. Alright, so I'm going to be using this now, which... this is... You can technically just keep going, but especially for a marathon or rip setting, I'm going to do this. This is an early skull. Pretty much allows me to grab lamps throughout here, and I have to come back here later. Backstep instant pickup, very, very nice. Alright, so that's done. Dump those off our net. Now we can keep going. We're gonna run all through this research hall. Very scary area. But the nice thing is Nems, I think was the one who found this, is you can do a quit out up here. Imagine the DS3 runner finding a quit out skip in Bloodborne. But yeah, this is actually really, really nice in that you can do this quit out here and it resets the enemies, and then two of these guys, there's 4 little dudes in this room and 2 of them won't even like react. They won't even like move. Just run to the right here, and these 2 dudes, they're just chilling. They're just chilling. No biggie. So, alright. Run by that guy. Now, we don't want to get blocked by these guys, so I regen my stam just a little bit. Let him get by. Shoot this guy, because he will blow you to smithereens if you don't. Alright, this is the real boss of final boss. That guy has killed many a run. Fun fact, he can actually climb this ladder. I've seen it once. Rats, rats, we are the rats. Do some clever platforming here. Get a stored roll, very good. Alright, so this is the failures, which everyone jokes about this fight. BL4, this is one of the hardest fights in the game. No joke. That's not good. Yep, I'm dead. Ah, I tried to get fancy. That's unfortunate. If you wouldn't have done that back swipe, I would have been alright. Oh well, that's fine. Blue guy cart, indeed. That's okay. It's actually not a bad deal. I'm gonna actually go over here and grab some more. Actually, I don't need to grab pellets. We'll just run through. So I told you that there was gonna be memes. Like this is a meme category. It's very hard to get through this run without a death. An unintentional death, rather. You guys are you kidding me? Alright, cool. Well, they're being memers. I don't even know how that second one hit me. Well, that's unfortunate. Now I am gonna go grab these pellets. I figured it was gonna be Maria that was gonna be the one that memed me. Ruin their whole careers. I'm gonna try. But I told you before the fight started, they are very, very difficult. I like it can real kind of compare it to the Shadows fight. 'Cause it's like just bigger, badder shadows, really. Alright, this is what you need to do. So then you go over here. Alright. Like, these guys are not being nice to me. So the reason this fight's hard is because you actually have to pop 2 pellets. All the while, usually during that meteor shower and dodging all these other things happening. Alright, there we go. That was painful, but we got through there. So, anyway, so if you noticed, I did a quit out here. This is actually a really cool strat. It's the only spot you can do it. But when you quit out with your meter running, you actually will keep the meter into the next cutscene, but you actually don't have like right now my pellet's not active, but I have a meter. As soon as I pop my pellet, I will have practically full meter, which is a really cool exploit that allows me to do a lot more damage to start off with against Maria. Free damage. We're all about it. And that's Maria. I'm a lot better than failures. All right. So now we're gonna run through the hamlet. We're gonna use an elixir just because why not? Why risk it? But yeah, you're gonna see kind of a cool strat coming up that we use in BL4 for Orphan. Which pretty much makes him a lot more manageable and consistent. utilizing these poison knives I bought earlier. Running through this area is pretty easy when you have an elixir. You really don't have to worry about too much. Everything notices you about after you ran by. These shark dog things are can meme you a little bit, but typically you're alright. Alright, so this is going to be Hamlet's skip. Just a typical slip quit out that most Souls games have. There's a no quit out version of this skip, but it's kind of scary because there's dudes that'll shoot you with some lightning. So yeah, you come up in and out of bounds. I'm going to take this slow just so I don't mess it up. And boom, here down here in Orphan. Alright, so this is where the cool strat's gonna happen. So we're gonna pop our paper and pellet. Backstab him, throw this, and start the process of death. Cool. Well, that's not how that's supposed to go at all. Wow. Well. That was embarrassing. So now I get to run all the way through here again, and without an elixir. Very cool. Not a big deal, but sucks because it's a big time loss. Process of death does not seem super fast. Yeah, definitely not intended. But things happen. I kind of been messing around with a newer strat with him, and it's kind of messed my muscle memory up. But that's fine. You get to see no elixir Hamlet now. And I'm gonna grab this just because, in case I mess it up again. Put out because that shark dude's on my butt. Yeah. But yeah. Try to show the cool orphan strat. Once I get there, just the orphan cheese. Pretty much just stun lock him to death. I was joking with someone yesterday, and I said the last 2 times I've done BL4 and like SCM, I've had actually pretty good runs, and I told him I had a gut feeling I was going to get memed pretty hard today. So that's ringing true. But it's okay. It's all for fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. Alright, so round 2. So how this works is pretty much Orphan was not coded to have an animation by being hit by a projectile during a visceral state. And that's what we're using here to lock him into a AI freeze. Oh, that was... This one's kind of awkward because you actually have to pop a second pellet during the fight. Alright, we did it. Stop any defenseless orphans, yes. Yeah, you can use pebbles, but pebbles have a weird trajectory, so they're kind of more difficult to use. I'm pretty sure you can use any weapon, but as far as like the projectiles, knives, poison knives, and pebbles work. Poison knives are just the easiest for us to get because we get it with the badge that we buy the Beastma Plus with. But yeah, there's a strat now that actually is it's faster than that one I just did, but I'm not very good at it, and it's scarier than heck. Because instead of him like doing a backstep and parrying him, you literally just parry him like off the first attack. And if you miss, you get smushed. And you can even trade with him, like, so you have to like be on point or you are dead. And then I'm not very good at it yet, so I only learned it like 2 days ago, so I didn't really want to show it off here. So, alright, so final DLC boss, we got Lawrence. He is very scary sometimes, so hopefully everything goes well. Wow. He just 180'd. What? Insane. That's abnormal tracking there. And that's really bad because there's really not a good backup strat for BL4 against him aggroed. So I'm not looking forward to this, honestly. We might be here a while. Hopefully it goes alright, but I'm not, I'm kind of concerned now. Imagine having a good run without memes. Whee! Typically I get a stagger there, but these are the things that can happen. Just goes to show you, even people who do this a lot can die quite a few times. Game hard. Okay. I guess we're just fighting him casually now. Cool. Yikes. I'm not concerned. Alright, finally. I can't fucking see. There we go. Sorry, I had to focus. I'm very bad at fighting him not in a speedrun setting, so. Alright, finally that hell's done. We can go to the end of the run. So, sorry about all that. Definitely not intended, but hey, it happens. Alright, so come back here to this lamp that we got after Amelia. and get to do a nice little jog to Hemwick Charnel Lane. Still waiting on Cookie to get a Hemwick skip too. Nice little jog. This area is really not, it's kind of like a early mid-game area, so it's like, these things don't hit super hard, but they still kind of can mess you up if you're not careful. So I don't know what these witches be eating or drinking, but I need some of it. They're just having a good old time. So the Hemwick skip I was referencing would be up here by this gate, if there was such a thing. Because the problem is we have to run all the way around. But it has been extensively tested to my knowledge, and at this juncture we do not know of a way to get past that gate. And there's really no enemies that we could use, kind of like the wolf skip, to push us through either. So it might be a lost hope. Maybe someday. Bloodborne on PC, Kippa. Alright, so we're gonna pop our last blue elixir here. That's just because all these dogs that we're gonna jump by are very, very aggressive, and we do not want them killing us before we get to the boss. And hopefully I don't get no marionette luck on the witches. Ah! Plunging kill. Style over substance. Got her ass. So I do so in the all bosses run, you actually do a quit out on a barrel to actually do a cool little deal where you actually kind of warp out of the boss arena. But since I can't kill them in one go and I have to like, I'm already kind of heading that way, I just run out. But I do still do the quit out because I want to reset the enemy positions. Alright, we got 3 bosses left. Gotta go do Canehurst real quick, and then we got Garamoon, and that's it. Hopefully Ligarius isn't a memer. He's also one of the harder bosses in this route. Mostly because there's a strat for him pretty much to get him down to 30% health, but then after that it's kind of a free-for-all what he does, and you have to be able to react to whatever he does. Sometimes he'll just give you the win right away, other times he'll dance around 20 minutes. So we shall see. I remember a certain person actually made us do an incentive last SCM that we had to fight Ligarius without buffs. And that was very, very nerve-wracking. Because he's a scary boss. Yeah, you just run by all these guys. No biggie deal. Some people like to shoot this person. I just run by him. Then run through here. I like to take this line, that way I just don't get hit by this dude and freak everybody out. That guy shoots with little knives and then everybody screams at you. Like you just changed the television channel while they're watching the game. Nice. Double stored roll, cool. How much for every edit next year? You can't buy me on that one. Sorry, sir. That one ain't happening, I'll tell you that. So yeah, just kind of a lot of running in this part, but hey, we're almost at the end. So we just got pretty much bang, bang, bang boss after this. Can't believe some of y'all were doubters. Well, actually, if I died of Ligarius, then it might be you guys might be right, but we'll be alright. Alright, so we're gonna do pop our buffs. Trick in there. Alright, bad opener, but that's fine. Oh, very cool. Alright, well, alright, we're memeing today, I guess, boys. Oh, you gave me the good RNG. Alright, saved. So that's like the best thing he can do. He just jumps up in the air and you backstab him twice, and that's the fight. What was the prediction? That I would finish underestimate, because I died a lot. So yeah, final two bosses here. Hopefully be pretty quick like. More worried about Moon than Gehrman. Nope. Alright. Oh my goodness. You're supposed to transform, dude. Not the cleanest, but that's all right. Cool, staggered. Fun, fun. All right, there we go. We did it. And time. Woo, that was a meme and a half. But you believers get your points. You're welcome. That was definitely not the smoothest run I've ever done. It was definitely could have been a lot better, but we got through it pretty easily. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, that's Blood Level 4. It's a lot of fun. It's a big challenge, but if you guys like Bloodborne speedruns, I definitely suggest checking it out. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude our Speed Soul showcase.
That was a really good run.
It could have been better, but hey, it's we're here to show off the things that, you know. It wouldn't be fun if it went all the right way, right?
The 1 HP.
The 1 HP nurse kind of that one kind of got me. I knew I when I missed the nightmare cancel, I knew I was in trouble, but her health was low enough. I was like, I can just finish her off. But no, I was.
That felt just really unfair.
Yeah, it happens. And granted, I just I took a long break and came back this week, so I'm still, I think, a little rusty. But to finish under 145, which is kind of what the going rate for marathon runs, I'm happy with it. So
It was a good run. It was a good show.
yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure. I hope you guys in the chat had fun. And yeah, thank you so much.
And thank you everyone for watching. As usual, we're gonna keep trying to do this every 2 weeks. We don't know what's gonna come up next, but keep an eye on Twitter because that's how what we do. On the week that's gonna happen, you get the schedule and you get to know which runs are gonna be being shown off. For now, we're gonna say goodbye for this weekend, and I'll see you around. We're gonna rate Mr. English Ben, who's doing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Any percentage no AGS attempts. Thanks everyone. Keep an eye on Twitter. We'll see you around.
Stay fast.